Buying a house is a pretty big decision for anyone to make, and unfortunately, it is really easy for you to make a mistake along the way just because there are so many moving pieces and parts to a real estate transaction. So today, I want to share with you some mistakes that you can look out for and avoid as well so that you can save thousands of dollars in the process of buying a house or even down the road long after you've already purchased the house. So if we haven't met yet, my name is Brock and I specialize in selling new construction homes right here in San Antonio and the surrounding areas. So if you have any questions about buying a new house living in San Antonio, or if you want help getting connected with a builder or even representation in buying a house right here in San Antonio, I'll have my contact information down below for you. So please don't hesitate to reach out to me. I'd be more than happy to be of service to you and get you anything you need when it comes to buying a house in San Antonio. So again, we are diving into mistakes to avoid when buying a new construction house right here in San Antonio. Now, the first mistake I want you guys to avoid whenever buying a house is avoid paying the retail price that the builder is advertising. A lot of these builders will have fancy sheets out on their display tables whenever you walk into their model homes. They'll have it on their website or even on the MLS if you're looking at homes there, and they'll have a price. Let's say the price is $350,000, right? Rarely is it ever an actual whole number like that, but I digress a little bit. And if you see this price, you may be thinking, hey, this house is $350,000. That's what I have to pay because that's what the builder's asking. Well, if you want to get a good deal, it never hurts to ask and negotiate the price, because in a lot of cases, these builders are able to negotiate these prices even lower than what they're already advertising. For example, I actually helped a family last year relocate to San Antonio, and when they came to visit and we were looking at homes in person, one of the builders we looked at actually had several of their homes already discounted. Well, we found the exact house that they already liked that was complete with construction. The builder had already discounted this house by about $35,000, which is already a pretty good deal that you would think. But when we actually sat down with the builder rep and started talking with them, we actually negotiated an additional $25,000 off of the price of this house. So in essence, these folks got $60,000 off of the original list price of this house. And on top of that, they got some amazing incentives to help cover their closing costs and buy down their interest rate. So they got a really killer deal. But my point here is the fact that you can actually negotiate these prices no matter the price point of the builder and no matter, who the builder is. Now, there are some builders out there that say, hey, we are not accepting offers at this time, but that may be due to the fact that it's already kind of at their rock bottom price, or the fact that, maybe it's not quite a buyer's market like it is at the time of me filming this video. But either way, it never hurts to ask. Even if you just save a couple of $1,000s, that could help you out in the long run. Now, on top of the price, another little, tidbit of information here that you could use is the fact that you can actually negotiate some incentives as well. So don't only focus on the price of the house, you can also ask the builder to increase the incentives or add some incentives, maybe throw in a refrigerator, washer, dryer, blinds, irrigation system, whatever you would like to ask for. It never hurts to ask. Now, the more stuff you ask for, the less likely it is for you to get all of those things, but we can always try to figure out what's most important to you and see what is the best option to help you guys save some money. Now, another big mistake that I often see folks do, especially in the new construction space, is avoid getting a home inspection. And now you may be thinking, hey, Brock, this is a new build house. Everything's perfect. I have a warranty to, fix everything, but you should 100% of the time get a home inspection. It's only a few $100s and it can catch some big mistakes that could cost you a lot of money in the long run. So these builders, as good as they may be, sometimes they do make mistakes. These contractors, of course, are human, so no one is perfect, right? So it is always good to get a home inspection done to catch any issues. And if you're able to do all three phases of the phase inspection for the construction process, I highly recommend it, because you're actually able to do an inspection before they pour the concrete for the foundation. You can do another one right before they put the drywall up, and then you can do a third and final phase inspection once everything in the house is completely done and done being built, right? Most commonly, a lot of my folks catch a house as an inventory home, meaning it's already complete with construction or it's very close to being done. So they've missed the first two phases, but they can catch everything at the end, right? Now, those other two, the first and second phase inspections are really good because you can catch any defects with the, structural components of the rebar and stuff in the foundation before they pour the concrete. And you can also, on phase two, you can catch anything that's going to be hidden behind the walls, right? So if there's like a wiring issue with the electrical stuff, or if there's like an issue with like the HVAC ductwork or like the plumbing system that's in the walls, it's really good to catch those before they seal it up and hide it behind the drywall, right? But regardless, a phase three or the final inspection once it's complete with construction is always really good, because you never know what's going to be found. I've seen inspection reports on new builds that are very short because there's not a whole lot of stuff. The builder actually did a really good job at catching things, but sometimes there's other things where like shingles are falling off the roof, the framing isn't quite right on the exterior of the home, siding is falling off, or maybe there's a little a seal around a window that's missing, whatever the inspector is going to look at and catch, it's always really nice to see whatever is written in that report so that it can be addressed before you move into the home. Because let's be honest, moving into a house and then dealing with the warranty company and having, to schedule time off of your day, out of your work and busy schedule to have a contractor come in and fix a mistake that could have been, addressed ahead of time is just a big headache. So getting these inspections done can really save you a lot of money down the road, and I highly recommend them regardless of the house type that you're buying, but especially on new construction homes. Okay, so the next mistake you want to avoid is something I kind of already touched on, but it's not getting your warranties registered for your new house. Right now, every builder gives a home warranty where it's a 1 to 10 warranty. I'm not going to get into depth on that warranty. That one is not quite the one I'm talking about here, as it's already given to you at the time of closing. The warranties I'm talking about here are, of course, for your major appliances such as your microwave, your stove, your dishwasher, your HVAC system, both the air handler that's usually in the attic or a closet, and the system that's outside, the big condenser, and also your water heater, right? All of these appliances have warranties, and you need to register them with the manufacturer themselves, oftentimes within 2 to 3 weeks of you owning the home. Obviously, the sooner you can get those done after moving in, the better, so that you can just get those warranties out there and you have that extra protection period with the warranties. Sometimes these appliances aren't covered under the builder warranty, and so you need to go over to the manufacturer's warranty and make sure you get them registered so that if you do have an issue within whatever time period you have the warranty for, you can get those items addressed and fixed or replaced if that's what happens. Now, the final mistake that I would like to share with you today is not exploring the other communities that the builder has often nearby. Here in San Antonio, all of the major builders have several communities all around town, and oftentimes there's another community maybe 5, 10, 15, maybe 20 minutes away from the one you may be interested in, and going to look at the community that's just a little bit further away might actually save you several thousands of dollars on the home. And you're probably thinking, hey Brock, these homes are all the same builder, aren't they the same price? And yes and no, right? They are the same homes, but sometimes the land in one neighborhood is a little bit cheaper, so maybe you save $5,000, $10,000 compared to the community you're already looking in. And oftentimes too, here in San Antonio, where these new construction communities are going up, they're having to get further away from downtown and get further into the outskirts of San Antonio. So sometimes the tax rate is a little bit lower in another neighborhood, so maybe you're paying about the same price, maybe a little bit more, and maybe that payment that you're estimated to have is going to be lower because the tax rate for that neighborhood is going to be lower, saving you thousands of dollars per year. So it may be in your best interest to go explore a couple of the communities by whichever builder you're interested in, just to see the pricing differences and see if maybe you're able to save a little bit by moving to another community. And maybe you inconvenience yourself a little bit on your commute to work or to nearby amenities and stuff, but that is a decision that you will need to make as well whenever you're looking at these communities. All right, y'all, that is all I wanted to share with you on the mistakes to look out for, but now I want to hear from you. If you've ever purchased a new house and you made a mistake, or maybe didn't make a mistake, please drop a comment down below. I would love to see your experience with buying a new build home. And if buying a house is on your radar, whether it's, in the upcoming months or later on in the year, please don't hesitate to reach out to me. I would love to answer any questions you have, set up some time with you to go explore some of the builders in the area, and just be a resource for you and help represent you in a real estate transaction. So if you haven't already, please go ahead and give me a thumbs up and like this video. And while you're there, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button and tap the bell icon so that you'll be the first to know whenever I post another video about buying a new construction house, sharing a home tour, or anything else about living in San Antonio. So thank you for watching this video. I hope you have a great day, and I can't wait to talk to you guys soon.